We're getting set to bring you all of Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the center. Clippers moving the ball around. Releases from 15. It's hauled in by LeBron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. And what a unique career, Serge.
And have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
And he
and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't have contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's...
Ibaka, yes, he has tremendous size and reach and great athleticism, but he plays his role to a T.
And he gets the bucket.
Up defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Beverley, and he gets the whistle. The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. All free throws good from...
Not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And foul on the shot. First trip to the line. And he makes the first. And he can't hit the second.
Don't you get the sense that LeBron James is in complete command, not only of himself, but of his teammates? The drive...
Solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Free throw good from Morris. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Deibys. And Morris.
Any system in the NBA understands his role as a stretch 4.
And that one's good. James.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy stretches.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute.
For the Big West Conference, in that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel that chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader, in all seriousness.
Right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Here's Williams. Here's Morris. And no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. Harrell, the pass to Schroeder. 11 feet away. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the...
At his position, Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes it...
Hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And here's Leonard from 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's James, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
The defense not putting up any...
Ibaka. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris, and it's Luke Kennard in for...
advantage on the glass.
Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the line.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Here's LeBron. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him.
Lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Williams. His shot is good, making him a perfect. 14 points for him. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, it doesn't take much.
Here's Caruso. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. Then there's Batum, and it's Kennard in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Davis. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Williams inside the line, and Davis pulls it down. Lakers leading by 6. And Kuzma slams it in.
Well, we know this. Few big men in the history of the game have passed the ball as well as Marc Gasol. Well, you think about Marc Gasol. This is a former Defensive Player of the Year. Obviously, he's not the star or the focal point. Watching Marc Gasol play is a pleasure.
To the wing right side. Caruso, the pass to Deibys. Lays it up and banks it in. Davis.
Dunk champ Derrick Jones and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. George is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Outside Matthews. Shoots the three. First shot, first basket. But that three is off the mark.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And I tell you, the brow, he might be the best player in our league with that.
Outside, George. Shot to stop the run. Drills it from outside. Joel approach 4 minutes played. Here's Caldwell Pope. And Matthews kicks it over to Schroeder. And they double up Davis. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
Morris trying to free himself up. And the shot
Thus far in the paint.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Sometimes to no avail.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Harrell comes in for Marc Gasol. And James subbed in for Matthews.
If LeBron gets speed at the rim, it takes a couple of steel walls to slow him down. And even then, he'll finish the job.
Clippers trail by 11. To the paint. Oh, and the dunk by Ibaka.
Oh, forget about going for the take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. He kicks it to Beverly. Passes it to Kennard. Morris, left side. The shot from the low post is good.
This is where the focus and the confidence of Marcus grew. This guy's so good at keeping his eye on the target.
And LeBron James.
In close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Our second half of basketball. And so the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and Harrell's in at the 5 spot. Outside Leonard. This one for three. And Ibaka slams it in.
Understands how to use his length.
The drive by James, and the dunk by LeBron.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. And the basket is good. George has got...
He uses the screen perfectly and sticks it to the defense.
Basket counts. And the Lakers...
He does. He can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And they pick up 2.
Yeah, that's the third in the middle.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Williams
Didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcast, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was.
Paul George with the steal. Releases. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George. Morris has got 6.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
And the dunk by LeBron.
Really, that's his specialty right there, finding that angle and then going hard to the rim.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's gonna...
See, I don't think you can teach that. Paul George going right into...
Marc Gasol comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Matthews in for...
to the line. He will make you pay.
Here's LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Well, 6'8" and 200. Who knows how many pounds, but the king, one of the...
Clippers trail by 14. Leonard dishes to Williams. There's a minute 34 left to play in the third. That one goes in. Here's James, and LeBron throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot.
It's no fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here's Leonard, and he buries that one, drilling the rim up.
Release from Kawhi Leonard, doing work in the mid-range. That is his comfort zone. He's carried this team to this lead.
Clippers trail by 14. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Caruso, shooting foul as the whistle blows. Strike 6 of 8.
And they shot their free throws at a measly.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And here's Caldwell Pope, and there it is for him. And the
Using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
George against Kuzma. Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard, leading by 14. Here's Davis. Makes it off the glass. And it's 8. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Kuzma. Finished off the break.
Hurting on those difficult shots.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And that one dropped. Trail by 16. Outside, George. And the pass to Leonard. Uses the glass to finish.
First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Oh, we're going to see an ejection here, guys. Oh, boy, that's his second flagrant one foul.
Reckless when you're on thin ice like he was.
Greg, after his first flagrant, you knew the officials were going to have their eyes on him the rest of the way, and now he'll be making the low.
Even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Williams, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Leonard. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Leonard's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Here's James. It's good. And the Lakers lead by nobody near Leonard. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Leonard's got 21. Takes a three. And LeBron James good for 3.
As exciting as that would be, this was an excellent all-around performance for the Lakers.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. LeBron drives in, and again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Williams passes to Leonard. No good, unable to end this run. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Lakers. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Caldwell Pope dishes to Davis. LeBron outside. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just
It's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.